media profiles, they see him with American people living this whole different life. And then, after they've seen that, he arrives. He arrives as I think it's about 40-year-old. He's looking back on his life. And he's investigating what happened on that fateful day. His investigations take him to loads of different characters throughout the village who know stuff, including his mother, his mother's friend, childhood friends, friends of his father who are around. But it's not a simple investigation, because the two sides were split, completely split. Two families, you can tell by their surname who's on which side when he was growing up. So everyone's protective of each other. There's a lot of secrets, because even though it's peacetime now, everything was still in conflict. People still died then, so people are keeping secrets, and nobody knows who killed his father. And as he's exploring, we explore not just from his perspective, so we get him in the present day searching around for answers, but we also get the people he's interviewing and their stories as they were growing up. So we get those kids who returned from school on the day of the massacre. We get one of them who's a young woman. We get her perspective of the conflict growing up, what it was like bringing food to soldiers waiting, what it was like going to school, all of this stuff, what it was like for the shopkeeper, what his life was like, what it was like for a man who had a gambling addiction. You're not stuck in the present. He's exploring this community, and we're exploring it through him, but we're not exploring it all in the same time. So, you get a slow progression through the book of moving up chronologically through the conflict, closer and closer to present day, and eventually we get to present day. He's searching for answers. Eventually, he kind of finds some, but not all that he's been searching for. His mother is struggling. But at this point of the story, she's really old. She's got cataracts, but she doesn't want to have surgery, so he's staying with her during his stay in Lebanon. But he's aware at some point he has to leave. So he decides to leave eventually. But as he leaves her a notebook, a story of everything that happened leading up to the death of his father, sort of explaining it, working out what happened, because she didn't know. And eventually he gets on the plane and he leaves for New York, his home, without real answers, knowing he's leaving his home behind for good. But I think having discovered something about his home, and we've discovered something about his home from the people he's interviewed,